I kissed my best friend on the lips. We were in the shower, washing our tiny bodies as we ate the froth from the soap. My sisters caught me dry humping my best friend in the room. They were funny, as the only way we could evade mother finding out was if I demonstrated the act that was committed. It was a bright moon night. My friends and I were sat on the cane chair on the balcony. My sisters were on the stairs below us. My friends and I talked about putting fingers in each other whilst putting fingers in each other. The sisters caught whiff of what was going down. They called for us, but we rubbed our hands in the sand as we were way too smart to be caught. My memories became remnants of a wiped blackboard, a vintage album that you took out to show a side of you long forgotten, a trail in the woods, now covered by dead leaves. I have battled a lot with my authenticity. I have been the head commander ordering a massacre of my truest self. I have been the scientist that wiped any and all traces of that gene from my DNA. I have denied her, like that of what happened between Jesus and Peter. I have abandoned her, left her in a cold, dark cave, cowering in a corner, convinced it was the right thing to do. Gospel truth. I lost every and all contact with her, shadow banned, until she came back online, a pulsating little green dot. She came unaware of her surroundings, confused, afraid of the consequences that may follow. But fuck that. With every step closer to love was a, you know, saying alright, eh? You know, say you dey seen, eh? Oh, that's not the man pine too. I go want for show you true pleasure. You want show me true pleasure? You know what thing they please me. You're not going to able to handle this magic. You're not well equipped. Like a snake, I have shed the skin that was projected and internalized shame. Like a bird, I have come home to roost in the acceptance that is my sexual orientation.
You can shower out the pains of regret, but a personality acquired like the viruses of human immunoviruses want to fret. How can I emphasize this without being seen as barbaric and primitive? Or how can I express my expressions by not giving out an impression of judgmental instinctive? Living in times where everyone claims the right and ignores the rights of God, where immorality is the new praise and homosexuality is now the anthem of the world. I sat and pondered over the actions of men in great disbelief, but who am I to condemn? I'm no God to judge, nor am I a saint to be seen as an example of moral ways. But the truth, I must say. In tragedy, their flag was raised, flying the colors of life, diversity, harmony, nature, and spirit, for a love that they believed must be seen. Through the bravery of the bold, they break the mold, embracing the fears to face the world. For this is love indeed. For love starts with loving yourself, accepting who you are and fighting for what you love. For love knows no boundaries, no chains to hold it tight. For it blooms in every corner, in the day and in the night. And in the canvas of existence where shades and hue collide, there lies a spectrum of love, where soul intertwine. Where a man is free to love another man. but God is love, and love is divine. So how can you love in a way that is off his line, a way of immorality and ancient crime, a way of Sodom and Gomorrah, a way that will bring shame upon you in a world so judgmental? So if I'm asked to give an opinion about LGBTQ, as I seated, I will continue sitting to say, I am confused. King Righteous.
Since I was born, I have seen no peace. This is how the story began. I'm sorry, but I don't know how it's going to end. Some say it's a natural feeling, a sweet delicacy. The preachers say it's an evil intimacy. Society believes it to be a sweet passion. I'm here to tell you that the result is resentful. This is a story about a little boy in our area who dressed like a lady just for him to look beautiful. He perpetrated the sinful act with his fellow man. I call him a gay, but society calls him good as you. This is a message to all bisexuals or homosexuals. I'm not here to use the Bible to condemn you. I'm merely here as a brilliant writer. But if my words are going to make you feel like I despise you, yes, I do. I despise the fake you and love the real you. Now let me take you to the other part of the world where I live. It's a different place with different stories, countless places where males are being called mommy and females are being called daddy. This is the place where I live, where they have legitimized marriages between two men and two women. They kiss like a bride, go on a ride. This is where I live. Where transgender has become a part of society agenda. This is where I live. Where gays have acknowledged themselves as cross-dressers. This is where I live. Where females are calling themselves Chris Brown and males are calling themselves Bobrisky. Where men and men, women and women are trying to build a comfortable family. This is where I live. Where males are doing hookups, females are doing press-ups, the system has been messed up, and our generation is giving up. This is where I live. They call it a transition. But I say it's a way of them not appreciating their sexual identity. They call it modernization. Their only excuse of being who they are now is anxiety. So they fake their boobs, drop out of school, act like a fool. I'm sorry for your anxiety. Now let me take you to the other parts of the world where everyone living there obeys the rules. This is the world of reality, the place I want to live. This is the world of respect, where female and male, not male and male having sex. This is the world where everyone will use the Bible as a guide, where female and female will not become brides. This is the world of love. And I say to all lesbians and homosexuals, enough is enough. This is your poet, Alman Khan.
I had to write a poem about LGBTQ. I had nothing to say, so I went back to my roots. And the Quran had nothing to say about a girl and a girl falling in love in the same space. So I went back to my coach and I said, how can I channel an emotion like this? And he said, look around. There must be a girl that you love more than anyone else. And I looked around me. I closed my eyes deep in my soul and I saw her. And he said, there must be someone that you admire more than anyone else. I looked deep into my soul, wishing I would see someone else. And then I saw her. So today, I'm here recording a poem for Spoken Word Revolution. I met beautiful girls. We danced to perfect. We twirled and twirled. And I hugged them. And then I think about the song that Ariana Grande said. She said, God is a woman. Every inch of Yasmin's body speaks to me like a melody. When I see Ella, I see a beautiful girl with every piece of jewelry lingers in my soul. She is pure and kind, and I agree with what Ariana Grande says. God is a woman. Because when you look at it, who can love more than anyone in this world more than a woman? So I'm not gay, but I'm gay for you. When I say I'm gay for you, I mean if you go missing, my heart to be the trace to trace you. I am gay for you. When I say I'm gay for you, I got so hot when you couldn't memorize a poem or spoken word revolution. I had to make the same mistake so you would know that you are good enough for it. I am not gay, but I'm gay for you. I spent hours in FBC hallway trying to get a glimpse of you in mass comm class. Each of your outfits spoke to me. I am really not gay, I'm telling you, but I love you so much. I made your favorite meal exactly how you like it. I told my therapist about you and she told me, Nima, love has no boundaries. And I thought about all the weight of the boundaries that I carry on my shoulder. And I said, obviously, doctor, you'll never be a Sierra Leonean girl who loves another yet so true, because in my society, when you are a lesbian, they judge you for that. And I am really not gay, but I am gay for you in every way. Thank you.
I caught you staring at me one too many times that it made me ask myself if there was something on my face. Or is it because you just can't deny this attraction between us, which, to be honest, is what I've been avoiding, because this is totally against my belief. But I just can't seem to help it. Whenever you're around me, I feel so alive and free. We fit together like two peas in a pod. With you, I never have to question love because it's written in bold letters. Our love is an abomination to the society, and I just can't help but feel really sorry. Not just for me, but for us both who just can't seem to let go of this chemistry we've created that seems so undeniably strong, leaving us rather weak because we've used up all our energy in trying to keep us alive and in love regardless of what we face. Combing my afro hair whilst watching her reflection in the mirror as she applies gloss onto her soft, rosy lips that I just can't seem to get enough of. Dreams of getting married and having babies on our mind daily when we're not too busy snuggled up under the covers, you see. Love is so magical, yet painful most times when what you're feeling is seen as forbidden in most people's eyes. And you just can't seem to fit into your own skin because you'd rather be somebody else. A he or a she. No, don't define me because you'll be mistaking me totally.
Let's get better today. Quit identifying ambiguously. They say Chinese products take lit and a market past the original. But sadly, the Chinese product didn't even last long. I know say you no go understand, but at least open your eye and see. I don't mean to insult, but let's talk a little bit sexual. Okay, so to me to you. In a society like this, Usa, you think say you belong. I never knew it was real until a friend of mine told me he lost his woman to another woman. Until a man I once called a mentor gave his body over to another man. And sadly, until I saw Cocomelon spoon feed my baby brother with a song about choices. Funny, right? But God made two raw materials. Man and woman, Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. So basically, we're all being categorized into 7 different categories. We are being labeled with ties and tags on our backs that we don't even know about. But they say hashtag gay, hashtag straight, hashtag bi, hashtag this, hashtag that. But basically, if the rainbow was God's promise to us, then what the fuck is it doing with a plus plus? So, in simple words, when I was little, when I heard the word gay, I always thought it meant happy. But now when I hear the word gay, I question myself. I end up questioning my piece, I question my poems, and it goes like this. Hey poem, are you gay? Has anyone tried to turn your mental health? Have they tried to twist you and turn you into something you never wanted to be a part of? And when I turn my back, my poem, it looks at me and says, hey, I am not gay. I am just a pile of words on a line trying to look straight. So when you turn your back, I actually preach about the curves. I mean, the very curves that society has used to turn straight to gay. You see, my poem is always there. But actually, they say identity is a man's backpack to success, but now identity is something we pick up wherever and whenever we want to. We identify as so many things that we want to be, but sadly, you have never identified as God. So now, let me identify as God. You see, if I speak with the same disgust that God feels, gay will say I am discriminating. But funnily, fuck to a society that paints me to what it wants me to be. Fuck to a society that calls me names. And fuck to a society that paints the color of a rainbow on flags. Sorry, but you see, this society is rigged. Now I stand to you man to man and I'm talking to you. I say goddamn man and man. Fuck to your stupid idea of woman and woman. I am not being rude, but sorry if I pass this message to you, but I'm not sorry for being mean. You see, I always love to send salutes to flags. But sadly, my Boy Scout honor doesn't go to a flag that's gay. Thank you.
Wow. I want to name my kids after her. I want to book us a honeymoon for 2 in Dubai. I want to make love to her from dusk to dawn. I want my unborn kids to have her sweet lips and everything that there is about her. They say loving a girl is a sin. I say, in hell my soul shall keep. For they have not tasted her sweet lips, not drank from her overwhelming sea, not felt her sleek skin, not hear her moan under the blankets with her sweet voice like angels from the realms of glory. See, her dove eyes got me hypnotized. Her sweet lips had me glued for a while like an enchanting melody. Her beautiful hair complete the beauty of her symphony. See, I didn't know I could love a girl until I met her. I didn't know the true meaning of fuck until I ate her. I didn't know who I was until I came across a beauty beautiful enough to define ugly. I didn't know I could love until I love her more than I love me. Deeper than the sea, she's everything a woman could be. Higher than the sky, that's the limit of her sexual intimacy. And a girl's love can be so pure for me, it really feels like ecstasy. So FYI, being part of the LGBTQ community is a blessing. And I could merely give a shit about what you think, for we all do what makes us happy. So if I stand here telling you I'm a proud lesbian, criticism lays all upon me. And fairness is not something I expected from thee. I would love to say, let the LGBTQ breathe, do not suffocate them. For what's got deeper than a knife, do not ruin the LGBT's life, for they are humans just like you and me, who need respect and equality to survive in this society. Not everyone is born to love a man. Some feelings are attracted to girls. It's okay for a guy to love a guy, a girl to love a girl. It's okay to transform to whatever you want. Who made rules? Why can't we choose? See, most of these girls are tired of catching feelings for these G's who doesn't know the true meaning of being loved. I'm not saying my gender is good enough, but if you tell me she's going to hurt me the same way as a man, then I'll prove you wrong. So hey, world, being gay wasn't a choice. It was the only option left after boys. And no matter how many times I try to explain to society, trust me, society can never understand that my heart has always been the sacrificial lamb, or should I say the black sheep among thousands of broken hearts to these guys after they have loved me in disguise, ripped off my heart, shifted my pants. I was left with nothing but a broken heart, and a broken heart cannot speak. It takes courage to love these men. And we all know love is not for the weak, so I stood my ground like 7 days, saving all my tears for raining days until I met with her gaze. A warm hug embraced me into the cold hands of love again. So hey mama, I'm still thinking of a way to tell you I'm no longer young and straight. The girl you raised is now a gay. These men you expected me to date turned me into a beast, so I had to let go of the virgin in me. So hey mama, would you still accept your gay daughter? Even as society has so much to say about her. Will you still come to my same-sex marriage with a big smile and say, fuck society, I could care less about her sexual orientation, I want what's best for her? Hey papa, I'm still thinking of a way to tell you you won't be having a son-in-law. And these girls are the guys I love, so I won't get pregnant for any man, I won't be putting on a wedding gown because I'm the man in this girl's life.
Hey, Papa. Would you put tradition aside and come to my same-sex marriage with a big smile with Mama? Would you invite all your kingsmen and tell them that your daughter is a proud lesbian? Carrie.
Wow.